Howdy, and welcome to the Mighty Muddy Chuck channel. I'm Chuck. I finally got the next book in the serial, the Hearthville serial, book 4, published. The name of the book is Can You Save a Dead Man? Inside the boot of a wrecked black Lincoln Town car limousine lay Victor, naked, with his clothes and things on top of him. He was badly beaten and dying in the abandoned car at the Gravedigg junkyard. Sally Smith, whose father owned the Smith junkyard, sometimes called the Gravedigg junkyard, was driving home from a party that was being hosted by Jackie Du Bois. The party was at the old Du Bois plantation that was on the opposite side of the Hearthville Lake from the college, the junkyard, and mostly everything. It was not the best land in town. After the Hearthville River was dammed up to create the Hearthville Lake, that area had become mostly swamp that surrounded the higher lands where the Du Bois plantation and other plots of land rested above the chaos of the swamp and its creatures. Beyond the swamp was Hearthville, Meggertown, and Saytona that bordered the Atlantic Ocean. This earth was not the earth you think you know. Sally Smith was a very beautiful woman and tough as they come. This night she had gone to a party with Conroy Fitz. He was handsome enough and not a total idiot. Sally was not sure why he had invited her to go with him to the party. They had not been dating. Sally was dressed to the nine in a very beautiful dress. Conroy was dressed in blue jeans and an orange t-shirt. Sally said, "You could have told me that the party was not formal." "Sorry, but you look beautiful. I was the envy of every dude at the party. Your dress didn't stop you from having fun, did it?" "Thank God Jackie loaned me a swimsuit so I could go swimming. I had fun at the pool. My cousin Lily Bear was there and introduced me to some people." "I'm glad. Sorry that I got occupied for a bit by David Jenkins and his son Dirk Jenkins." "Did you get the job?" "If Arthur Ramsey gives his approval, since I work for Arthur off and on, David does not want to go against him." "I guess not." Sally looked around the inside of Conroy's car. "This car's nice." "Expensive." "Quinn Darko's chauffeur loaned it to me. I don't own it. I wish I did." "Were you embarrassed by the clothes that I'm wearing?" "No. Most of the people were not dressed up in fancy duds. I'm the one who looked out of place." "Sorry. Jackie was real nice to me." "She's a nice lady and rich. Still, I was rather surprised when I got a last-minute invitation to the party." "That was the reason my invitation to you was last minute." Sally said, "I figured the person, your first choice to take the party, had canceled out on you at the last minute." "No, I got the invitation at the last minute." "Go on and say it." "What?" "I'm the only one who would go to a party with you because the invite was, last minute." "No, actually, Quinn's chauffeur suggested I invite you. I figured you'd turn me down because your brother Sam and I do not get along. Also, you're so beautiful and kind of out of my league." But Creighton, the chauffeur, insisted that I would not know whether you would go with me to the party if I did not ask. I was nervous when I called. "I didn't even think about that Sam and you do not get along. Why is that?" "Sam does not like Arthur Ramsey, and I work for him at times. Sam thinks I'm a thug." "Are you?" "Yeah, I guess I am. That's one reason I would like to work for David Jenkins. He has a better reputation. If I'm hired, I'll get to train under Frank Bingo, Professor William Bingo's son. Then from there, I'll move up to the office and train under David Jenkins himself. It's an opportunity." Suddenly, the car developed some kind of rattle. Then it backfired. It backfired again. Then it went into slow mode. Conroy pulled the car off to the side of the road. He turned the car off. Sally got out first. "Pop the hood." Conroy did as he was told. Neither Conroy nor Sally had any tools with them. They both tried to pull the battery cable. Neither of them could work the cables loose. "Why are we doing this?" Sally said, Sometimes if you could disconnect the battery, the car computer will reset. The fuel setting will get reset, and the car will crank and go at full speed. Oh, cool to know. Do you think Sam is home and you can call him to come out and rescue us? I guess I'll have to call him or Father One since we can't budge these cables. Your father's at a poker game. How would you know that? Creighton is hosting the game. Oh, so you and Creighton are close. He's a friend. I don't have many. Half the time, Arthur doesn't even remember my name or pretends to mess up my name. I'm not sure which. I mean, I like Arthur, but I doubt he will ever bring me into his full confidence or consider me a friend. David and Dirk both seem to like me, probably because I brought a beautiful woman to the party. You definitely classed me up. Sally cut her eyes at Conroy. Then she looked at her phone as she made her call. Hey, Sam, Conroy Fitz's car broke down and we're on Swamp Road 9. What the hell are you doing with that piece of shit? We were at the party being given by Jackie Du Bois. It was kind of fun. Lily was there. Oh, okay. Deputy Madison and I will be out there with a tow truck as soon as I can get there. Let me talk to Conroy. Conroy said, Hey, Sam, sorry about this. Sure, my sister had better be okay when I get there. Of course. The car broke down for real. I hope we didn't interrupt you and the deputy having sex. Sam screamed into the phone. That is none of your business. Sally laughed. She took the phone and asked to speak to Madison. Hey, Madison, my brother had better be okay when you two get out here. Madison giggled. Unfortunately, the junkyard doesn't have a sex dungeon we might use during our lovemaking. I'm ashamed to say your brother does not even have a hickey, much less handcuff burns. Well, you tell my brother that Conroy has been a total gentleman. He spent part of the night trying to land a job with David Jenkins. Sam took the phone from Madison. I'm glad. I hope he gets the job with David. He cleared his throat. Well, Madison and I are dressed, and we'll be on our way. Thanks. Inside the boot of a black Lincoln Town Car limousine lay Victor, naked, with his clothes and things on top of him. He was badly beaten and dying in the abandoned car at the Gravedigg junkyard. Suddenly, a bright light appeared, a time portal. Arthur Ramsay, holding an ancient charm, and Donnie Maxstone, holding an ancient book, stepped out of the light. They traveled back in time to try to save Victor, for without them coming to his rescue, he would certainly die. Donnie said, I hope Quentin got our message. Arthur Ramsay said, I don't see any of the Smiths around this time, so I guess he got the message to make sure we have no interruptions. Last time was such a screw-up. This time is not much better. If only we could have stopped any of this from happening to Victor, or at least have gotten to him sooner. In the dark, holding flashlights, Professor William Bingo and his grandson Billy Bingo walked up. Arthur asked, What are you two doing here? Arthur was not given an answer. Donnie said, Well, I guess I'm going to reveal myself to be a witch. Professor William Bingo and Billy smiled at one another, like we didn't know. Donnie tried to use his magic power to pop the lock and open the boot. God damn, my power is not working. Billy said, That's embarrassing. Shut up. Billy smiled. Arthur tried his power. The lock still held Victor prisoner in the boot. We're going to fail again. Professor William Bingo asked, What's going on? Donnie said, Victor Dudley's in the boot of this car and dying. We've got to get him out before it's too late. 10-year-old Billy hit the lock with his electrified fist. He opened the boot. He levitated Victor out of the boot, and then his power failed. Victor fell onto the ground with a thud and a moan. Billy screamed, Fuck. Sorry, Victor. My power pinged. I guess it's my turn to blush embarrassment. Arthur asked, What are you two doing here? I know before we changed time you were here when we found Victor dead, but this time? Billy said, Grandfather and I come to visit the Smith family. It's not unusual for us to be here at night. This red limousine has Billy fascinated. I do not know how many times we have come to look at it. Billy looked at Victor. He's dying. Billy got down and used his power to try to heal him. I'm getting interference from somewhere, or just my powers are not strong enough right now. Professor William Bingo and Donnie Maxstone stared at one another. Then William looked at the book in Donnie's hand. Donnie said, "We found the time charm and the book." You've been traveling through time? Ineptly at best. Arthur said, "We made plans for a doctor, Dr. B. Shane. He and Quentin Darko should already be here. We sent Quentin a message when we missed the correct window to save Victor from being hurt. We landed too early. But besides that, every time we tried to talk to Victor, we got shifted to another place in time." Billy continued to use his healing power on Victor to the degree he could. Billy said, "Someone with magic was working to stop you from warning Victor. They were on to you. You'd have been more stationary in time if you had hid the artifacts and not kept them on you. They were using your magic against you. And that could be happening now with our magic failing. That might mean they may be somewhere around. And that could be happening now. With our magic failing, that might mean they may be somewhere around." Professor William Bingo took the artifacts, a charm and ancient book. "We don't need them to cause you to skip time again. It's going to take the four of us to keep Victor alive. I know of a coven in New York that can help. We need to get Victor there, alive." Okay, that was chapter 1. Can You Save a Dead Man? Be sure to buy this and the other books in the serial. My writing may not be perfect, I'll be honest with you. You may find errors in the books, but the story and the plot is actually good. It will entertain you. Thanks for considering buying the book or reading it as part of Kindle Unlimited, Kindle Select, Kindle Unlimited. Much thanks. I appreciate it.